in the heart of the city. Vagrant with 25 priors busted in attack on a West Village pier.
Right, with
25 priors. I mean, come on.
5:30 in the morning, you go to jog. If you're a 9 to 5er, that's not unusual. It's a beautiful area of New York City. It's common, especially if you're about to run a marathon, which is this weekend. And turns out she gets attacked. She gets knocked for. She gets choked to the point where she loses consciousness, gets raped. Right there in New York City, beautiful area. No guns. It's not about guns. We know about the Supreme Court decision on the Second Amendment because it had choked off guns in New York, and the Second Amendment was being challenged, and it turns out couldn't stand up to that challenge. So she's talking about keeping guns out of Times Square and subways and things to that nature. So she wants to pivot that way. But she's not acknowledging how crime is out of control, how people don't feel secure. But what is worse is patronizing. Oh, the numbers say crime's out of control, but if you feel like it's out of control, then I'll try to handle it for you like you're a mental patient.
Well, first of all, for most women who are victims of horrific crimes like rape, their assailants, the criminals, don't need a gun or even a weapon outside of their hands to commit their heinous crimes against women. You bring up the Second Amendment. Nobody in the city can defend themselves against criminals like this. Not just in New York City, but across the state. And the same people who are saying crime is their problem are the ones who have defunded the police, who have made it difficult for prosecutors to go after these criminals, who are for cashless bail. And at the same time, they make it impossible for people to defend themselves against criminals like that who are let out 25 times or more. We've seen that number higher on previous criminals.
It's not about,
they make everyone helpless.
It's not about guns. It's not about a gun when you get shoved in front of a subway train.
26 times this year already.
26 times. It's when there's a rape. To your point, by the way, I get my hair cut here. Same guy for a long time. He's an immigrant from Burma, and he said, "I think I want to get a gun."
Yeah.
I said, "What? Why?" Because of what you just described, Katie. So that I can protect myself. People are seeing, experiencing. It's not a false perception. It's not a story. How their lives are being impacted, and that's what Lee Zendel, who's running on the Republican side for governor, is saying.
People see the videos, the pictures, they see the news reports, they want leadership, they want action, solutions, zero tolerance, we're taking back our streets, this is how. But instead, what we're getting is that, don't understand why this is so important to you, Congressman Zeldin. Well, when she says that to me, she's saying that to everybody else. That's why we're doing as well as we are, because Democrats and independents are agreeing with us that we need to save this state.
I would look for